Hello, everyone. Good Erev Shabbos. I hope everybody is doing well. I just wanted to send a little note, maybe a brief Dvar Torah before Shabbos. I'm not sure I'll be able to do this every single week, but when I find myself with the opportunity, I certainly want to take advantage. I look forward to tonight's Shabbos dinner in Shul, our first of the season. Many thanks to Mindy Shaw and Jessica Wise and everybody who makes sure this happens. Thanks to all our sponsors. And of course, we have a great speaker this evening, Tiran Atiyah, from Special in Uniform. So even if you're not attending the Shabbos dinner, I recommend that you come after davening and hear Tiran's speech. He created something called Special in Uniform, which gives everybody in Israel the opportunity to serve in the IDF, which is a tremendous rite of passage. So those with special needs and who may otherwise be excluded from service have found meaningful service. And I've been there, I've been on the base, and his story is absolutely incredible. The work that he does is incredible. Certainly when we talk about inclusion, this is the model of inclusion. So you are going to be sure not to miss that. We have a wonderful bar mitzvah this Shabbos, Mazel Tov to Isaac Horn, who will be leading the service tomorrow, laning Haftorah, a very, very long Parsha. I'm excited for that. So Mazel Tov to Rebecca and Dan and to the entire Horn family on your Simcha, Mazel Tov Isaac. So I wanted to just give a little Dvar Torah because in Parshat Vayera, we have the episode where Avraham sort of negotiates with God. Maybe this is the original source of handling. Maybe that's why it's part of our DNA, I'm not sure. But Hashem gives message to Avraham that he's going to destroy Sodom. And Hashem almost asks permission because he says, can I cover up from Avraham what I'm doing? Avraham then starts. He says, wait a minute. Maybe if there are 50 righteous people, God says, I won't destroy. Maybe if there are 45 righteous people, I won't. Maybe if there are 30, 20. He goes all the way down to 10. Obviously, they're not to be found. And as the story continues, Sodom ultimately is destroyed. And the rest, what happens. We know the story of Lot and his daughters and his wife, and they escape. And Lot's wife, she looks back when she's not supposed to look back at the destruction of Sodom and Amorah. She turns into a pillar of salt. I've always imagined that when we go to Israel and find this big lucite box, and inside there's a woman like this, this is Lot's wife, and this is what happens when you look back at the destruction of our enemies. But that's neither here nor there. My Rebbe, Rabbi Wein, always used to tell us, when we looked at the story of the destruction of Sodom, we say that Sodom wasn't destroyed solely because it was evil, but rather we have to look at it from a different perspective. Sodom was destroyed because there were not 10 righteous people. There were not enough righteous people. When we look about our future, when we think about what a community needs, we need righteous people. We need a few righteous people, if not many righteous people. The reason I say this today is because we have to recognize today a few good men, and we say a few good men and women. Today in the United States is Veterans Day. And sometimes I feel that this is an occasion, an event that kind of gets swept under the rug. I mean, for us, it's right after all the Yom Tovim, and already we're being bombarded with Black Friday emails, and we're thinking about Thanksgiving and vacations. And Veterans Day just kind of like, is there mail today? There isn't. Is there garbage pickup today? There is. Is there bank opening today? They're not. So it's a federal holiday, yet, what does it mean? And you might even put it in the same category as Memorial Day, where certainly our country does, in my opinion, not a great job of observing Memorial Day. Memorial Day is not about eating hot dogs and buying mattresses and new cars. Memorial Day, if we take the example from Israel, how it's said, is that we have to really give honor to those who gave their lives so that we can enjoy the freedom which we enjoy. If you look behind me, right over my shoulder, this picture here, is something that I keep on my mind all the time, a picture of my father, Zichron Livracha, in uniform, and something that he took great pride in. Both of my parents, both my parents served in the United States military, and they gave much of their time and of their energy and their resources to serve our country faithfully. And they were just two of a few good men, people that have served our country. And one of the things that makes our country great, and no matter what you think is going on now in our country, and despite all the issues that we have, our country is great, and we have to be thankful, super thankful. We have to be vigilant. We see an uptick in things that alarm us, but nonetheless, our country is great. And we have to give tremendous thanks to the veterans that have served and served us faithfully. And maybe it's not necessarily in our vocabulary. It's not even in our kind of worldview to think of people in our family as veterans, but there are many of us that have that. So today, on this day, when we say, why was Sodom destroyed? Sodom was destroyed because they didn't have enough tzaddikim, enough few good men. Our society, our country has many, many good women, men and women. And I just want to take this opportunity before wishing each one of you a good Shabbos. I want to thank those who have given the ultimate service to our country, serving in our military, many, many branches. And let's give them the honor that they so deserve. So I look forward to seeing everybody tonight. I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow at the Simcha. I want to wish everyone a good Shabbos. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.